Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. It's about that time. Let's go take that walk and see what's in the fridge today.
Hey everybody, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews today. Thank you a bunch for stopping by. I certainly do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Long Live Beerworks. This wraps up the beer mail package that my beer brother Greg sent me. And this is Long Live Beerworks DDH Prissint, Prissint. And on the can it says double dry hop Prissint. This is an 8%er, guys, and on the bottom it said it was put in the can on 08/03 of 2020, and underneath that it says business time. Well, I don't know about all that. Hopefully you're not trying to conduct business and drinking alcohol at the same time. That might not work out too well. I'd be very prudent at this juncture, but you know, if you're working from home, who's going to know? A lot of people working from home with this COVID going on, so you could have that beer and nobody even know unless you were just slurring your words and kind of based on the camera, but to each their own. So we shall see. He writes a contribution from his friend Brian. So Brian, thanks for picking this up and getting it to Greg and getting it to me. So the contributors to getting beer to me is appreciated. Thank everybody. He said he bought it at the brewery. So you don't get much fresher than buying it at the brewery, guys. So usually. But it's got the date on it, so you know how fresh it is. So, I mean, if it comes from the brewery and it's got the date on it, they feel like it's important enough to do that, even if it's a brewery-only release or not. Very well done. And I've had a few beers sent to me from this brewery, and they are usually pretty damn tasty. He makes some really good stuff, guys. So if you're in that neck of the woods, these guys are up in Rhode Island. Might want to check them out. Untapped says it's a double IPA, double dry hop with a blend of his favorite New Zealand hops. So Southern Hemisphere hops. Might get some little spicy notes on this. It doesn't say what hops they've used or how many different ones, or if it's a single hop beer, or what's going on here, guys. I don't have any idea. Untapped is calling it a double New England style beer, and Beer Advocate also is calling it a New England style, but it is a double. Beer Advocate has it listed as an IPA New England, 8%er, so it does come in at the double IPA range. So date on it, ABV is on it, so that's the two most important things. Plain Jane silver can with a stick-on wrap around the label tells me that they're concentrating on putting a good quality product inside the package instead of spending a lot of money printing up a bunch of fancy cans, guys. I'm more in favor of this style of packaging than the one we did yesterday, where they print up these fancy cans and they get thrown away and recycled. Just my opinion. So with that being said, the pictures on Untapped shows it to be a New England style looking beer. Very cloudy, very hazy. So let's find out. Let's get it popped open and see what we got. I'm expecting good things from this. These guys do some really tasty stuff. Very cloudy and hazy coming out of the can. And we're going to do a little swirly swirl. I got a piece of something hanging on the side of the glass. Let me get that off of there. And that really increased the head factor. It usually does when I do that. 2 fingers of head on it. Really tight bubbles, fairly tight, so the head may stick around a little bit. Nice and creamy on top. Good looking beer over to the light. Not a whole lot of light coming. Definitely looks like a New England style beer to me. How about you? Does it look like a New England style beer to you? Let's find out. To the nose we go. It's got like a bubblegumish aroma to me. I swear, it's like a bazooka bubblegum aroma. And I haven't had that since I was a kid. But that's what it's bringing to my nose. Very unusual aroma. Maybe a slight hint of some citrusy notes and maybe a little grapefruit or pineapple, but the bubblegum is just standing prominent. Maybe because it's cold out of the fridge, I don't know. Maybe that'll change and go away. We'll find out when I come back for the final chug. Very unique smelling beer. Like I said, I don't know what hops they've used, but quite a different aroma on this beer. So let's find it. Let's dive in and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg and Brian. Thank you both. I do appreciate it. Cheers. Now I am giving some spicy notes from the New Zealand hops on the taste. Not so much bubblegum, it's a little bit, but not so much as I was getting on the nose. And like I said, that may dissipate as it's right out of the fridge, so it may change. Very easy drinking. Alcohol is well hidden, well made beer. Very well made beer, very pleasant. Definitely can detect the Southern Hemisphere hops and New Zealand hops. More spicy floral notes to me than American Northwest style hops. A little different, but still very pleasurable. I would buy this beer if I could get it here, guys. And I don't know how far away from the brewery, if they do go away from the brewery. It may be brewery only. I don't know. I don't have that information, or if I do, I don't remember it because I'm an old man. And I've done a ton of beer. Getting over 3,900 beer reviews in 10 years. So people ask me, what's your favorite beer? My next one. I've done so many, guys, I don't have a favorite. My favorite style is a New England style in IPAs. My favorite dark beer is probably a bourbon barrel, porter, stout, or barley wine. So that's where we're going to leave it there. I have a lot of beers from a lot of different breweries that I really, really like. Pariah, Treehouse, Trillium. There are a bunch of them that are making excellent top-notch beers, guys. And most of them are not available here to me to buy. So, and I just got a beer mail package from a couple of subscribers in the Netherlands, and I just posted that. The time you see this, I'm a week or so ahead. Time you see this, I've already posted that. Marcel and Brandy sent me a beer mail package from the Netherlands, and I know that wasn't cheap to do. Anytime you send in a beer mail package that far away across the pond, the shipping usually is as much, if not more, than what the beers cost. It's inside the box. So they send me a couple of gifts inside there, some coasters and a bottle opener that has Holland on it, and the windmills and stuff. Very, very nice package. So we're going to get to those beers starting tomorrow probably. So looking forward to those. Their packaging is a little different over there. They don't, over there everything's in milliliters instead of ounces, and their packages, the 16 are a little smaller than 16. They're taller cans, but they're like 440 milliliters, and the little small 12-ounce cans are a little smaller than 12. They're like 11.159. So little different packaging over there and stuff. So probably. Most of these beers, if not all of them, are not available here, and I'm very appreciative for someone like Marcel and Brandy to spend their hard-earned money and then spend a ton of money to ship something like that all the way over to me here in Virginia. So awesome! I have awesome subscribers, guys. I really, really do. So I feel very, very blessed and privileged that I do. But everything is appreciated. So without me rambling on anymore, we're going to sip on this for a little while and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it for a while now. Very nice lacing is left on the glass. Very tasty beer in the glass. A little different than your typical New England style beer with the Southern Hemisphere hops from New Zealand. Spicy notes. I'm not getting the bubble gum like I was when it was cold out of the fridge. A very pleasant beer. I'm not even getting it on the nose now. Kind of one-dimensional, but a very tasty beer. I would buy this beer back and get it here, guys. 8%er, New England style double IPA. Very pleasant. Nice change up from your typical New England style that uses the Northwest hops, the American hops. Don't have that huge off-the-chain profile that they typically do, but still pleasant enough for me. I enjoyed this one. Thanks again to Brian and Greg for getting it to me. These guys at Long Live Beerworks, or Long Live, Long Live, however you want to pronounce that. Very tasty. Found a very smooth, very easy drinking for an 8%er. Very tasty beer, guys. 9 out of 10 for me, 98 for me. It's very, very pleasant. Like I said, I would buy this beer if I could get it here. Over to Beer Advocate. It might be a new release, guys. I don't know if they've done it before or not. Only one person has commented, and they posted good ratings on it. He posted, this is from August, and he put it at 4.31. So good numbers there. Not 10 numbers, but decent numbers. Very, very pleasant numbers. And over to Untapped, they have it at 4.35. That's their solid A category. I'm giving it a little bit better grade than just a 95. I'm giving it a 98 because it's a tasty beer. It has the ABV on the front and the canned on date on the bottom. So if you say, oh my God, it's crazy, it's the best beer I've ever tasted, I wouldn't argue with that. It's not a 10 in my book, but it's close enough for me to spend my money on it if I could get it here. So this is a double dry hop Prissint. If you had it, let me know what you think. 317 people have commented about this beer on Untapped, as opposed to 1 on Beer Advocate. Anyway, tasty beer, guys. So if you've had this from Long Live Beerworks, double dry hop Prissint, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.